protection for individuals against.
A protection policy.
Protection policy against what?
Like,
The government.
Against the government.
I guess like Joe Biden.
I love that.
Against.
Is it just for like protections? That way you have money to cover any like expenses that you.
There's different kinds of insurance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's car insurance, right? You have to have insurance on your car. That's probably one of the first things that you'll have to buy is car insurance. Does anybody pay their car insurance?
I do.
You pay your own insurance.
I do.
Tell you, just
How much
pay
is it, do
taxes.
you know?
$130 a month.
It's $130 a
Mine's
month.
like $65. I pay $25 a month.
One of the few
$25?
for the most
I
part.
What kind of insurance you got?
I went to one of
So,
those. I've got
how do you know you're getting the best deal
Oh, I'm
on
not.
insurance? How do you know you're getting the best deal on your car
I
insurance?
got zero coverage.
Whenever you don't cry, because
Just like,
Okay, what
I'm
else?
covered if I hit somebody else.
What else? What about health insurance?
Just like when I wrecked my Mustang.
What about health insurance? Life insurance? What
If
is
I get
life
sick,
insurance?
really sick,
If
my
you
mom doesn't
die,
have to
somebody
pay.
hits somebody
Your
else.
home insurance, homeowner's insurance.
my car insurance so bad.
Okay, so everybody listen, it's too much talking. Okay, so this is just an overview of all kinds of insurance, right? It's an overview. So insurance is the protection for individuals against possible financial loss. So in order for it to be insurance, you have to suffer some kind of loss, like a financial loss. So if you didn't have insurance on your car and you hit somebody else's car and you didn't have insurance, and would you have to pay for their car to get it fixed? It was your fault.
Yep.
Drive off.
And you're in.
So you would suffer financially, right? You would suffer
And
financially.
get pulled over.
So it could be against property loss. What if you, somebody comes in your house and steals your electronics in your room? Does your parents have insurance that covers that?
we have this second.
They'll turn it off.
They should have homeowners insurance that covers that. So it acts like a safety net for unforeseen events. So it's something to protect you against things that may or may not happen.
Did you ask?
May or may not happen.
This Walter? Yeah. Can I get a picture?
Okay, so insurance companies, y'all listen, are financial institutions.
I can't hear.
Everybody stop, I'll wait till everybody's quiet. Okay, so insurance companies are financial institutions because they protect people against financial loss. You can also buy some financial products from insurance companies. So whenever you get insurance, you're issued a policy. So those of you who have car insurance, you pay for it. Do you know where your policy is?
What do you mean?
Like your actual policy?
Do we know what it is? Or?
Do you know where it is? You have the actual policy somewhere?
Oh, I have it on my phone.
Yeah, I have it on my. I have my insurance card.
You have your card.
I don't have my like actual policy.
So make sure you have that in case you're in an accident. You need it, right? I say coverage.
I missed the last one on that. Purchases?
Purchasing.
Purchasing?
Huh?
Purchasing a policy, Nicole.
So you have to buy a policy. And it depends on what your needs are, what kind of policy you may need. Okay, coverage is provided by the insurance company to a policy holder to cover the risk. It's specified in the insurance policy. Okay, Elijah, what kind of coverage do you have in your car insurance
I have
policy?
liability.
Liability only, which means what?
It means that I'm covered, like I can cover somebody else's damages, but not mine.
But if someone hits you and it's not your fault and it tears your car up, would you be covered?
You on your own.
I think it would be like the
It
other
would
Be
person's
that
insurance
person's
would have to cover
insurance,
mine.
right?
But my personal insurance won't cover.
But if
mine.
they didn't have
don't
insurance,
if they don't have insurance, then
Nicole?
I'm screwed.
Roads liabilities.
Liability only, put your phone up.
I was looking at it.
So you have liability only?
I really was, I swear.
What?
I don't know. It's like, I think if you have a vehicle,
Because you're teenagers, listen, because you're teenagers, and,
If I was buying a new car, I'd have.
if you had a brand new car, because you would want to make sure, because the value of it is.
Well, you have to,
would-
don't
you want to cover it. If you
You have
get
to
a
have
loan
full
on it, you have
coverage.
to, yes, if you get a loan on it, you have to.
Yeah, that's why I bought mine from a cash.
Okay, risk is the chance of loss or energy, or injury. So whenever you get on the road, you're risking that you might be in a wreck, right?
Yep.
Every time I get in my car and drive anywhere, I'm taking the risk that I might be in an accident and I might, tear up my car or I might get hurt. It refers to an accident or trouble which no one can predict. So you can't predict that, right? That's just something that happens. So when you have an insurance policy, you're transferring some of that risk, that financial risk, to the insurance company. So policyholders are required to pay a deductible. So who knows what a deductible is?
It's like you can pay it before you even get it. Yes. Oh, no, that's.
That- you're thinking about down payments.
Before they pay you.
Isn't it?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta pay money before they pay for your.
Right, right. So you have a deductible, so look on your policy and see what your deductible is. Add it up, see what your deductible is.
I don't have my policy. I got my insurance.
I probably won't even use my insurance unless it's at home.
It doesn't say.
Because it's not worth me to pay
It doesn't say?
for personal
It
protection.
should say.
My truck's only worth like $3,000.
Yeah, my truck's not even that. Yeah.
No, I can sell it for $5,000.
Oh, yeah, I don't have the app. Where's the app?
My lien code sounds like
The policy would have, we'll make sure it's in the day. The policy is gonna have your deductible. So what that means, if you get into a car accident and, the other person, you hit somebody and, their loss is, it's gonna cost $50,000 to fix their car. We'll say $5,000 to fix their car.
You doesn't have $5,000.
And your deductible is $200. You have to pay $200. And then the insurance company where you have your policy will pick up the $4,800 difference. So the deductible is the amount like Hannah said, the amount that you have to pay on a claim when you get into an accident or you have to file a claim on your insurance policy. It's how much you have to pay before the insurance company will pay the rest. So the insurance policy is a written contract affecting insurance. So what you have on your phone and maybe what you have on your phone is the card, the insurance card.
Yeah, that's
But
what
there's
it
an
is.
actual policy that your parents probably have stored somewhere.
I think
that-
you just have it online.
Or you could get, might have it online, or you can get a copy from your insurance agent if you need it. But the insurance policy binds the insurance company to assume the risk of the policyholder. It's like a contract that you sign and the insurance agent signs, and that's a contract between you and the insurance agent. So if the insurance company comes back and said, well, I'm not gonna pay that, you have that contract, that legal contract that says, yes, you have to pay. That you have to pay. Okay, the premium is what you pay for the insurance policy. So you say you pay $130 a month?
I pay $130.
How much do you pay, Colton?
I pay $25.
How do you get it so cheap?
I went to one of those little Mexican,
Ah.
be racist, but those little you need insurance places in Dallas, and I walked in there and I was like, I need the cheapest insurance you got. And
But you need to look at your policy.
it's probably crap, but my truck's only worth like $2,000, so I don't.
So you just want to get past the
What if
law.
you hit a
Yeah, just
Tesla?
get, just to get
Yeah,
past the
for real.
law.
What if you hit a Tesla?
Then
Then we'll get better insurance.
Yeah.
But it's not worth me to pay. It's $25.
I get a Tesla.
Mine
I
is
get a Tesla.
$130, and I
I'll get better insurance.
Imagine hitting an Aston Martin.
See, that's why hers is higher right there. You have 3 speeding tickets.
And then you also have a new.
You have 3 speeding tickets already?
You have a newer truck.
Bruh.
82,
But she only has
55,
liability. She said she only has
76
liability.
and 45, and 5 miles over 45. Yeah.
And make sure insurance goes up with speed. What happens when you have a wreck? Does that make your insurance go up?
Yeah.
Sometimes they even cancel you and they're like, I'm not gonna cover you anymore. You're too big of a risk.
That's when you gotta live.
Okay, so premiums must be paid to keep the coverage active. Shh, what happens if you don't pay your $25 a month? They cancel your insurance.
Do they?
Yeah, they cancel your
Well, it's
insurance.
$25. It's getting paid.
Right.
Don't change it, please. We're not.
Hey, that's what you're
Alright.
There it is.
No insurance don't cost more than $35. They basically pay
Oh, get it?
Sounded like an insurance office.
Biggest $35 like thousands nowadays. Quite a lot.
Okay, everybody be quiet, I can't hear. Okay, deductible is the portion of a claim the policyholder must pay before the insurance company provides the benefits. So here's the example. If Amy has a $200 deductible with her auto insurance, a repair covered by the policy costing $1,000, she's gonna have to pay the first $200 deductible, and the insurance covers the remaining $800. And your deductible is specified in your policy. So those of you who have it may want to find out what that is. What's your deductible?
Yeah. But I
Because
don't
here's
know.
the thing, your deductible, because yours is so cheap, your deductible might be a little high.
Oh, it's probably super high.
And there was something in it, like, say if you if you had like an open container in the car or any kind of anything illegal in the car, then they wouldn't cover you.
It voids it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my mom, since new cars have computers in them, they can see if you were pressing the brakes or not to see if you were stopping. And if you weren't stopping, then they won't cover you. They have a lot of little things in there.
Okay, co-pays. Co-pays are different. Co-pays are fixed amounts an individual pays for a covered health care service.
Yeah.
So, everybody in here has health insurance, right?
No.
Yes.
You probably do with your mom or dad.
I definitely
You're probably
don't.
covered by a health policy from your mom or dad.
Nope.
So when you go to the doctor, who has been to the doctor recently?
I've been
When you go to the doctor, did you have to pay?
Last time I went to the doctor was for my knee.
$100? You only paid $20? Was that your mom's
That was the last
copay?
Last time I was at football.
Last time I went to the doctor.
So you don't have to pay a
It was
copay?
like 2 years ago.
Just depends on the insurance policy. But a
really-
copay is how much you have to pay just for a regular doctor visit on your health insurance.
Can't America have free healthcare?
Don't even talk about that. Don't even. Did she just change it?
Yes.
What's the last one?
Receive medical attention.
I just put it.
I really don't have help. I literally put
I don't have health insurance either.
Okay, you don't have health insurance?
I don't
You don't
either.
have to.
Bro, we really living out here without a care. Like,
So policy limits, what are policy limits?
everybody
So
really
what's
say
the
yellow.
policy limit?
How much they'll cover?
What's the policy limit?
How much they'll cover? Oh, yeah. How much they'll
Y'all quit
cover?
talking, there's too much talking. I don't want to have a seating chart, but I will if I need to. Okay? I don't really want to go through that. Y'all in high school, you should be able to sit where you want to, but if you have to keep talking to each other, and I have to talk this loud, then we're gonna have a seating chart. Okay, because we've grown a whole bunch, because some of you don't want to stay late, you don't want to come early in the morning.
I want to be in pre-cal.
You want to be in pre-cal, there you go.
I don't want to be here at all, to be honest.
I know. So policy limits are the amount, the maximum amount, the most amount that they'll pay. So if you get, and this should be in your policy also, so if you get into an accident and your policy limit is $50,000.
And then do you have to pay the rest out of pocket? That's trash.
Yes. But most insurance, if you go to a reputable agent, they're gonna make sure that your limits are high enough. They're gonna make sure that your limits are high enough. Oh, until after this is finished. Okay, so peril. Peril is the same thing as danger. When you talk about peril, you're talking about danger. Something that might happen that's out of your control. So a fire at your house would be out of your control, right?
Yeah.
How about floods? Can we control that?
Yeah. Yeah. With the flood wall.
Exactly.
Salt.
Flood
Did
wall.
you say salt?
They put salt bags and they
Sand?
You're talking about sand. Salt,
Talking about sand.
Salt and water mix.
Why would they put
I knew what she meant. Say it.
Bro, I need
salt?
Salt. Look at the ocean.
Bro, I need what you smoking.
Would salt not work?
Bro, what you over there?
Salt dissolves in the water.
Oh my God, Nicole.
The ocean.
Can I have some
You
salty
like
grass?
mad amounts of salt to soak up the water.
Like you put salt up.
Bro, you could
The
have.
salt dissolve in the water.
What we're gonna have to do is we're
Literally
gonna have to
separates
drain the
the
ocean,
ocean
get
from
all
the
the
land.
salt from it,
Right.
and then put it up there.
Bro, you finna have a salty yard.
I just wasn't thinking
Everywhere.
They're gonna have a salty flood.
There's a house, there's a house in a floodplain, and they put sandbags when it floods.
Otherwise, you gonna walk outside and.
How about wind or hailstorm? Who has hail damage on their car or has ever gotten hail damage on their car? I have hail damage right now on my car.
Oh yeah. I can't afford to fix it, so I just have a bunch of
Explosions, robbery. Who's been robbed before? Anybody been robbed?
Me?
Have you seriously been robbed?
My house got robbed, my car got robbed.
I got robbed when I lived in Dallas, but now
I got robbed. I ain't been robbed since child.
I've been
That's
robbed.
robbed. My house got robbed when I stayed with my
Heart.
mom.
You can't rob when you can't rob what's already stolen.
and I was walking.
Shut up,
So
Elijah.
if you have insurance, it covers that too. So that's considered a peril. Any kind of
I didn't
accident.
get my $50 back.
I found it in this house.
They didn't even care. They just think it's $50. I'm like, it's $50.
That was probably less than
Start
your
blowing videos.
deductible.
Alright, what's next?
I chased him with a
Okay, a
fishing pole.
hazard. Shh. A hazard is different than a peril. A hazard is different. It's anything which increases the likelihood of a loss through some peril. So for instance, if this example says if you have defective house wiring, it can increase the chances of a fire, right?
Yeah.
If you have a house in a floodplain, that can increase the damage.
with sandbags.
Salt bags.
Make your house out of salt and watch it wash away.
Well, don't you put salt on the road when it's
For ice, to melt ice.
ice is full of water?
What do you think? Do you think the
It doesn't stop it, it melts it.
And be like, no, don't touch that. No,
They
no,
do
no.
put sand on the
To
Yeah,
melt the ice.
they put salt on the roads to melt the ice.
It keeps it from like.
Yeah, it keeps it from being slick and cold over.
They put sand on, they put salt on the ice to make the ice melt.
Yeah,
Kinda. It
Kinda.
really just like breaks it up, kinda. So that way your tires can catch traction.
so it doesn't just slide around.
So, y'all need to know the difference in apparel. Y'all need to know the difference in apparel. Apparel is something that's something that happens that's out of your control, and a hazard is something that's going to increase that peril. So if I leave my doors open, is that gonna increase my chances of getting robbed?
Probably, unless you live in the hood.
That's what I got.
Wait, what?
Unless you live in the hood, everybody they'll always open. Just say, please don't open.
Okay, negligence.
So I'm gonna leave my door open and then just.
Negligence is also something that's gonna increase your chances. So would it be negligent for me to leave my doors in my car unlocked?
Yep.
I do.
Why? What if I left my car, does that mean that I'm negligent?
Yeah.
What if my car gets stolen and my keys are in?
It's your
You should have left your keys in your car.
Is the insurance still gonna pay for it?
No.
No. Well, they might.
If you lie.
It depends.
Just say they came up to you, punched you in the nose, and stole your keys out of your hand.
That wouldn't be negligence. Negligence would be just, you know,
No, that's
something.
what you say when you leave your
That's a
keys.
solution to your negligence.
Well,
Exactly.
They probably would pay the first time, but then they would cancel.
I got robbed by 30 people.
So negligence is the failure to take ordinary or reasonable care to prevent accidents from happening.
Three of my legs.
So if your house is in a floodplain and you have to have flood insurance, number one. But if you don't, and you didn't put sandbags out, it would be
Salt
negligent.
bags.
Sad sandbags.
Tea bags.
Sad
Drop
sandbags.
some tea bags out there. It'll be scared of it.
Hey, just walk outside.
The tea party.
Or just walk outside, put the home stuff.
What if at Walmart, somebody spills something, an employee spills something, and they don't clean it up and somebody falls?
You gotta stand there until somebody comes to clean it up. Until
Because
maintenance comes to clean
it
it
would
up.
be negligent, right? If you
Just
walked
walk away.
away and somebody came and failed, they could.
No, you know how many times I've had to guard a spill? Too many.
No,
I've
I
had to
actually,
stand there for like 30 minutes one time.
I
waiting for maintenance.
actually found a spill back in the motor world and stuff.
Say
And
what,
there's a
Jeff?
lady walking by, and I pretended to fall. She's like, get away. I was like, ah, my neck. She's like, okay.
They'll go back on the cameras if somebody falls on your spill. They'll go back on the cameras to see if anybody walked past it, and if they see you walk past it, you get fired.
What if you didn't see it?
If somebody fell and you didn't stop to help them up,
No, if somebody fell because you saw the spill and walked away from it and didn't guard it,
What if I don't see it?
because they're protecting
What
against.
if I fall?
Because what happens when somebody?
because then Walmart.
What happens if somebody falls? They sue Walmart, right? So who pays does Walmart, they use their insurance policy. So their insurance
I'm
policy
suing you for suing
covers
me.
that.
They sue Walmart, then Walmart sues you. Just like,
No, they will.
no. They're like, you know what? No, y'all get to keep the money. Then they just come, all right, so I'm gonna need that and double.
Okay, so pure risk or risk in which the only possibility is loss and there is no beneficial result. So it means it's purely accidental. Nobody could have done anything about it. And unintentional. So a pure risk would be something like a hailstorm or a tornado that blew your house away. You had no control over that.
What if someone comes up to you with a gun? Is that pure risk?
And shoot you?
No, like
Shoot your tires out.
Like say I'm getting out of I'm at Walmart. I'm getting out of my truck, and then I turn around and he has a gun pointed at me. There's nothing I can do.
So
why you have
yes,
insurance.
there's nothing you could do.
Run me that cup.
That
But I'm
would be a
like, dude,
pure
I ain't
risk.
got no insurance. Can you just like spare me?
Run me that car, man.
Okay, so
Straight
the
to Walmart and
opposite, the opposite of pure risk would be speculative risk. So that speculative risk could be, you could either carry a chance of either loss or gain. So like an individual starts a small business. So if you start a small business, it might be successful and it may not, right?
Yeah.
So speculative risks are not insurable. So it has to be, in order for it to be insurable, it has to be a pure risk. If it's something speculative, so for instance, if you started a business, there's no kind of insurance that you can get that's going to cover you if your business flops. You're on your own, right? So that's speculative. So the only kind of insurance you can buy is what is gonna cover pure risk, something that's out of your control.
Like people getting hurt in your business.
People getting hurt in your business, yes. Would be pure risk, because you can't help that.
But not like your business itself.
Right, not like your business if you're not making any
If
money.
it tanked in your,
That's on you.
basically.
Okay, so here's some common types of insurance. Automobile, which most of you will have to have that. Is it a law to have automobile insurance?
It depends. It depends on your coverage.
You have to have liability. It's the law to have liability.
Oh, I thought you meant is it a lot? I thought you said is it a lot? Like,
No, it's against the law to not have liability on your car.
Yeah.
yeah, need that.
There's health insurance,
But it would
there's
be a lot.
life insurance. So what would life insurance be, Tavion? What would life insurance be? What?
You okay?
If you die, your family gets your, gets money for you now.
Yes. If you die, then you leave a beneficiary.
My bro, I made the funniest joke at work. I made the funniest joke at work.
What's the joke?
I was buying groceries before I left. And some of the people that I was working with were like walking out while I was going to buy my groceries. And I was like, yeah, I gotta go buy this milk and then disappear for like,
Okay, disability insurance. What is
this is how
disability
I go.
insurance?
And I was like, you know all about that, right? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, no.
What's disability insurance? What would that be?
Like if you get in the car wreck.
Hey, Elijah, you weren't supposed to agree.
No, whenever you have like a stroke.
Yeah, and.
Or
If you get hurt and are unable to work,
You can't go to work.
so you can't work.
You break your
if you get
spleen.
hurt and are unable to work,
Like if you sever your spinal
Okay,
cord.
what about home insurance? Home insurance covers your house in case something happens to it.
Uh-huh.
You might
Like a
have
tornado,
property
flood, a
insurance,
fire.
and then there's some supplemental type insurance
I was like, you
policies.
know all about that, right? She was like, yeah. And I said, I'm so sorry.
Okay,
Those be
so
the funniest ones.
It was so funny.
you selecting an insurance company, there's 4 steps. You need to know what your goals are. What's your insurance goals? Do you want it just to cover, you want it to cover the whole amount? Your car and their car?
Nope, just
Do you
trying to get by
want-
with the law.
Do you want, if you have homeowners insurance, do you want it to pay for everything? How high does your deductible want to be? What are your goals? Then you want to develop a plan to reach the goals.
What's my goal?
Then you're going to put the plan in action, and then you're going to review the results. So, what if, should I have life insurance?
Yeah.
Why?
Collect the check when you die.
Why should I have life
So I can
insurance?
collect the check when you die.
So you need to figure out what kind of insurance you need. Do you need life insurance? Do you need health insurance?
You know you can get pet insurance?
Yeah. I have that at work.
Pet insurance?
Yeah.
Like doctors insure their animals.
That's the big, me and Aaron wanted to insure our pets. and we said,
I used to have pet insurance.
Oh, my boyfriend has a dog with insurance.
Okay, so insurance goals you should be determined by what amount of money you make, what's your income, how old you are, what your age is, how big your family is, your lifestyle. If you want to continue the lifestyle, so for instance, if I die and I want my children to have the same lifestyle that they had before, maybe I want to have an insurance policy to leave so that they can continue the same lifestyle. Your experiences and your responsibilities, all of those things.
What does it mean by experience?
Just, maybe if you have experienced, if it's a health insurance thing, maybe it might be if you have some kind of pre-existing condition, or you're a bad driver, or you've had lots of wrecks. Okay, develop a plan to reach the goals. So you need to determine what risk you might face. What risk can you afford to take? Methods of reducing your risk.
Not a lot.
And then you need to research insurance companies and policies and compare prices and coverage. You always want to do that. And then you're going to put the plan in action. You're going to buy your insurance.
Step 2.
Okay, then you're going to review the results. Review the results.
Okay.
Am I happy? Are you happy with who you chose to be your insurance agent?
Wait.
Why'd you skip so many?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody got it. I was right. These things
Okay, I'm going to go back, but y'all need to stop talking.
These things are wrong. Just.
I ain't gonna. I missed that whole like 2 and
Because you're
3.
talking. Y'all are talking.
We just step 3.
I was looking at it though, and I missed section 2 and 3. Step 2 and 3. I was like 2 and 3.
Everybody get this?
Nope.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on.
Margo.
Margo,
I
stop
ain't the only
talking.
one.
Says the ones.
Hey,
Well,
I
we
got
got
it.
it.
Alright.
We're getting closer to the, we're getting closer to the, seating chart.
Oh, I thought you were doing something.
That too.
You can change it.
Okay, so when you pick an insurance company, you need to make sure that that company has a license.
Adequately insured and
You stay on step 3 for like
Oh
5
yeah, you
seconds.
didn't go to.
You're right here.
No, don't need them.
Thank you.
Did you ever go do the?
You know.
Did you get stuff?
it's company and
You
financial.
people would hurry up and get step 3 already.
Every time
Switch it as soon as you be looking at it too.
I'll look down, I'll look up, see that it's the right one, look down to see where I need to go, look up again, and
You're sitting there like,
I'm like, what?
I know I didn't look down for that long.
Y'all get it?
Yeah.
Did you get this one?
Oh, you told me it was mine. Oh, okay.
Go back. What's the provider? The financial?
Security.
You need to make sure you have it yourself covered. Okay, so choosing an insurance company, you need to make sure that that company has a license. That they're a reputable company and that they do have a license, an insurance license, which means they're legally able to sell insurance in the state of Texas. What the price is, and whether they are solid financially.
If you like
You get
have,
insurance and
like
you
a
find out
Texas
it's illegal.
insurance on your Texas vehicle and you drive out of state somewhere and hit a car somewhere,
It covers it. Your Texas insurance does, yes.
thank
Not
you.
if you're out of the country.
Yeah, I don't think it does out of
How you
the
She had the one up.
You put your car on the boat and then you go. Or
I ain't driving my car all the
if you
way.
drive
Canada or
in a
Mexico.
different country, another county.
I ain't going to Mexico.
drive to, right?
You ain't coming back?
Ocean across.
No, she can't drive in no.
They gonna grab you while I'm here.
Mexico and
You
Canada.
can drive to Mexico.
Oh, I forgot to.
Oh wow!
Oh, yeah.
Wow!
That's exactly what I said. I ain't driving to
I can't drive my truck in California.
And you should also consider what kind of service they provide. So
Will
if
it beat emissions to half the states on
If
the
you
way
ever
there?
have to make a claim on your insurance, if you ever have to make a claim, are you going to be able to call somebody?
That's what we like to do.
So the service that they provide is important. The service they provide is important.
I have to mix it in there.
Johnny 3 ain't coming.
I'll let you know later.
Okay, not every company is licensed to operate in each state. So you need to make sure that that the company that you have insurance with is licensed in the state of Texas. You can look that up online. You can go call the state insurance department to make sure that the company that you do business with is licensed in Texas. If you have insurance like at State Farm or Allstate, Farm Bureau, you know those are. But if you have one at Sally Sue's insurance company, maybe you want to check. Maybe you want to check.
I don't even put as
I
much in
don't think
my.
my truck can make it out of sight, so we ain't even gonna.
Huh?
Why are the Phillies
Why?
I'm not gonna go down to see something in that van.
Spaces are too short.
Work out. Get you a good 30 minutes
Last
extra
week,
sleep.
I went to Oklahoma, then went to Louisiana.
Okay, one more. Considerations regarding
Like
price.
7:30.
Prices vary greatly, so we heard it in here. His is 25, yours is 130. So insurance prices, so you need to compare prices. So you want to get at least 3 quotes. So when you're purchasing insurance, you want to get at least 3 quotes. 3 different price quotes.
And the Golf home full coverage. And then the Mustang, because it's old, it's like, it's on antique.
Yeah, that is.
My insurance.
What?
Yeah, pretty sorry.
It's not what?
Coach Pat,
I got
when in doubt, try
Here
it.
we go.
Playing Kahoot.
When you get in a wreck, sometimes it does.
accelerated. Well, I was driving my mom.
Okay, so last slide, you should make sure you know what the deductibles are. That's something you should consider in the price, because if you're paying $100 a month and your deductible is $1,000 and you're paying $50 and your deductible is only $200, what's the better deal?
45 days.
So you need to consider the deductible when you're looking at your insurance. So the state insurance department will give you some guides as to what the various prices of different kinds of insurance is. Can we live without insurance?
Yes.
We did it for 2,000 years.
Well, since it's a law to have car insurance, we really can't.
Everybody has cars.